us and something that will make us something better as a nation. Image and perception, they say, is everything, and these are major components of public relations. It is very, very important that we pay attention to these components of public relations, especially now that another season of election is approaching in the country. So the conversation this morning is going to be from publicity to strategy and how we can use these tools to redefine the future of public relations in our society. We have with us in the studio Eniola Mayowa, Vice Chairman, Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, Lagos State Chapter. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for
You're welcome. Okay, so, times without number, we have seen governments at local level, state and federal level, creating ministries of information, strategy, public relations. And I just wonder how germane are the creation of these ministries to the efficiency of public relations and public communications?
Okay, thank you so very much. Those departments, are essential to government work and whatever you. But what government needs to understand is the fact that public relations and public communication is evolving. It's moved from just press release, then people will know. It's moved from just creating awareness. It's about gaining trust. The information I'm passing out, how is it perceived? Do people trust it? Is it coming from a source that is respected? Is it something that is credible? So it's not just about, okay, this department pass out the information, let people know what is going on or what is happening. It's about how people perceive and receive those information. I think that is very critical. And PR has moved from, okay, just tell them, to being more strategic in the way we do it. We have moved from publicity-driven function to strategic leadership discipline, where it is not just about passing out information, it's about being strategic in the way we pass out the information. It's about being intentional about all that I'm telling people. It's one thing for me to receive information, I've heard you. It's about how I process it, what it does to me. Does it influence me? Do I see it as something credible that I can hold on to? Do I see it as something that is acceptable, something that I just cannot trust? But I've heard you.
Okay, so beyond the creation of these ministries of strategy, information, and public communications, like I said, do you see the intentionality of government to actually make these ministries and agency function, and are they conscious of their publics, both internal and external?
Okay, I can speak, authoritatively for Lagos.
Okay.
Because I'm Lagos chapter, and I know that Lagos state government is doing a lot more, especially the Ministry of Information, to integrate its staff, its workforce into PR and PR practice. I've done a number of engagements, training to ensure that, yes, with them. And I think, the current leadership, we have great relationship with doing that, ensuring that they are not just information officers like they used to be called. They are now public relations advisors, advising the government or whatever the ministry they belong to, because they have a better understanding of PR and what it does. It goes beyond just dissemination of information, as it were. It's about understanding what you are even telling the people. And like I said, how does it influence them? Because when people are positively influenced about the information you are passing out, they will show empathy.
Okay.
They will show understanding. They will understand that, okay, even if what we're expecting hasn't come, it will come eventually because government is doing something about it.
So how do we begin to change the narrative? Because even some of these people that are manning the image-making arm of government, some of them are not professionals. So what kind of advice is NIPR giving in this direction?
Okay. NFPR is conscious of the fact that we need to integrate as many people into the profession via training, via collaboration, via ensuring that the right fit get the job done. And again, we're also looking at if you don't have the right people in there, because there is acts that actually guide our practice, which demands that there are some basic things individuals should have before you are certified as a PR professional. It's not an all-comer profession.
It's not.
Yeah, so it requires training. And of course, we are an institute. We're big on training and we're collaborating. We're ensuring that if you want to practice this profession, there are basic understanding and knowledge you need to equip yourself with. And I think NLPR is doing that.
Okay, so even as members of the society, we are the public of the government. So are we also conscious of our image and the perception that people feel about us as individuals?
I think individuals should be very, very interested in his or her reputation. I tell people, when somebody says things that is not true about you, don't let it go. Don't just ignore it. Tell your story.
Reputation
tell
management.
it, yes, emphatically. Say it. It actually provides opportunity to tell the person or whoever cares to know or decide who you are. So don't ignore. Every little details counts, because sometimes people will say things, I just say, it doesn't concern me, I'm not interested, but it's building up. It's creating an impression in the mind of the people that get that information. You may just think that, oh, it's fizzle out. You know, some people will say that, oh, this thing is trendy, it will fizzle out. But it's being stored somewhere.
Internet never forgets.
Yeah, somebody is already built a perception. Somebody is already, oh, this person is like this. Because you choose to keep mute and not say, okay, I need to tell my story. Nobody tell your story better than you do.
Okay, so talking about reputation management now, another round of election is around the corner. And from your experience over the years, do you think some of our political parties are actually paying attention to their image, their perception, and reputation at this particular time? Some of them will come before Nigerians, make so many promises, and at the end of the day, they are not able to fulfill those promises. So another round of election is here now. They will come again and say things that they're not going to do, that they know that they're not going to do. And at the end of the day, they will come and tell you that this is the best political party in Nigeria. Are they paying detailed attention to their reputation as a political party?
Okay, I would say that majority of politicians, they have different understanding of engagement with the people. They believe that the reputation really does not count as much as some other inducements. And I think they believe that that's what will work for them. But again, you need to look beyond your immediate space. Because some of these politicians, they may think that, okay, the voters, just give them some other things, some other inducement to get them to do what they need to do. But your image goes beyond your immediate environment. It goes beyond the environment where you operate currently. So for as many of them, I want to just say that just be conscious of the perception you are creating. If you have made promise, be intentional to fulfill it. And if you're unable to, say it. Don't take people for granted. Let them know why that has not been able to happen. What are the impediments? What you need to do. So that engage. Stakeholder engagement cannot be overemphasized in any relationship. Imagine even in a family, in a corporate organization. You need to constantly engage your stakeholders to get their understanding, to share their pain, to empathize. Because at the end of the day, that's what will leave you with. Whatever those inducements, we fizzle out. But reputation remains and it stays. Okay. Good or bad.
All right. So over the years, in the field of public relations, how would you think we are faring then, now, and of course the future, especially now that AI is taking over most jobs?
Okay, like I said, before now, what PR is all about is press releases, media relations, visibility, publicity, and the rest of them. But it has moved. Today's PR requires, deep thinker, creative individuals who understand the use of tools to make his or her job better. It's somebody that is quite strategic, not tactics. You know, in those days, PR is measured by how many mentions we have in the media, how many press releases you're able to read. But it goes beyond that. Now you need to gauge trust. You need to manage reputation. You need to be prepared for crisis. You need to understand that it goes beyond just visibility. You need to be strategic. And it is you need to be an advisor, not just somebody that your boss tells do this. And you must be able, that then means that you must upscale your skill. You must know the business of your principal or your business of your organization. You must know beyond communication. You must also understand the business, or if it is government, the environment, the people you are trying to speak to. You must do a lot more. And you must be big on research.
You must know your public.
You must know your public.
Okay, so over the years, we have seen that sometime when you try to engage governments or their agencies or their spokesperson, they have a way of avoiding interacting with the media or public relations experts simply because the story that is trending, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is bad for the government. So instead of speaking to the press or making some kind of clarity, they would rather avoid. Is that tactical?
That's tactic. It's not strategic. And like I said before, it will always wait for you. You may run away from it now. You don't want to speak to the press. You don't want to speak to the people. But it's being stored somewhere. And it's affecting the way you are being perceived by this same public or the stakeholder. So it's very important for you to address issue as it comes. Don't lie. Be transparent. Speak from position of empathy. We all here, we are not always getting things right. But where that happens, be honest. Be transparent. Let people understand what it is. They will understand. They will show. I mean, feel from their
when you say be honest, okay, assuming there is a government building now and it collapsed.
Yeah.
Should you say why it collapsed? Probably because it was not properly built? Or how do you navigate that kind of path in a way that it's not going to dent the image of that government and the image of your principal?
If it's collapsed, it's collapsed. You cannot deny that. It's obvious, right? So what you're saying that we're investigating. And when you investigate, be honest to tell them what has happened and let it rolls. Because we all know some of these things. People just want to hear from you. Okay, what is it? But if a house collapse, for instance, the possibility is that maybe wrong materials was used, maybe some negligence happened. So people know. So they just want to hear from you. Tell us what is it. So if you now begin to color it, to begin to run away from the truth, whenever you are telling your truth, nobody will believe you. You begin to sound unbelievable.
Because pictures will tell the story.
Yes. You begin to sound unbelievable. And that's where the place of trust is. A PR professional must be big and be intentional about gaining trust of the people. Because if you are not truthful, if you are not ethical, that brings me to ethical communication. Okay. Because it's very important that you are conscious of that. Because that's how you're going to gain stakeholders' confidence. That is how you're going to be able to do the job. And because, again, when you run away from it, it will only give you immediate comfort. But on the long term, it will continuously resonate and it will affect your reputation on the long run.
And at the end of the year, you end up spending more.
More, exactly.
To manage the crisis that you have created. Okay, so let's talk about political communication now. We're in the season of politics. And from your observation of all the political parties that we have, let's start from 2023 till date. Are they paying adequate attention to political communication at all? Or they just believe, let's just organize a rally, let's talk to Nigerians, distribute Indomie or give them bread and rice?
You know, sometimes...
Because in some other climes, we see the kind of attention and the budget that they give to political communication to convince the people to actually embrace their political party.
On a personal note, sometimes I feel, what is going on? Because you know that this government or even the government that preceded it, they are falling short in terms of public communication. Because you need to understand that this public and the people, what is government? It's about the people, right? It's about communicating, let them understand what you're doing. And if you take that public communication for granted, it will be obvious in the way people relate and connect with you. It will affect it.
You know, the way we think is not the way the politicians think.
Well,
so when you bring before them some huge budget about public relations, public communications, they might just wave it aside and tell you that I don't need this. Once I have a rally, the people will vote for me.
But again, let me also tell you that some of them are actually doing it because we have a number of them us working for them. Yes, and it's also show. And without being patronized, I would take Lagos state government for instance. You cannot really, you can say, okay, media is in Lagos and whatever you. But this is, I mean, I know some of my colleagues, professional colleagues that are working for them. And it's obvious in the manner the communication has been managed.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, you want to just oppose that with some other government within the country. And you wonder, some of them run away from public communication. They would rather not say anything. But of course, it's not in the interest of your brand. It's not in the interest of your government. It's not in the interest of the people that you are even leading, because where there is no communication, anything can happen. So public communication must be something that government is intentional about.
Okay.
Let people know. If you're going to do anything, communicate it in a manner that they will understand it. Taking into consideration the cultural nuances, taking into consideration the language, taking into consideration the people and where and how they want to receive the communication.
So before government will come up with any policies or any program that might affect the people negatively, what kind of engagement or communication do you think they should have with the people that are going to be affected?
Okay. I do that a lot of time.
Because we have seen instances whereby government will take some lands or pull down some properties, saying that they are blocking drainage channels, they are creating security risk. What kind of engagement should government be having before taking such steps so that the people at the end of the day will not see government in bad light?
Okay, start from the position of what has happened, resultant effect of what government is trying to correct. You talk about drainage being blocked. Okay, you live in this place. You are being affected every time it rains heavily, there is flood. Government wants to do something about it. It is about addressing the issue. Then you are beginning to look from the position of empathy. Government want to help. Then you begin to engage. There are local authority, there are traditional,
Rulers.
there are CDAs, there are community leaders across different areas within that community. Then you begin to have conversation with them. What do you think can be done better? How can we do this so that this reoccurring problem is taken away from your community? We are all human. A situation where there's blockage of way and there's flood consistently, people do not want that. Some people will have to pay the price. That is having their property pulled down. But at the end of the day, it is for the interest of every other person living in that community. And you're also telling this person there's some form of compensation for you at the end of the day.
But most of the time, government is not sincere when it comes to compensation. We have seen that over the years.
That is another thing. And that is why there will be problem in some instances where people think that you are not telling the truth. Again, government needs to be mindful of the experience of the past. Just like every other thing, there is antecedent in whatever we do. And this affects stakeholders' confidence and trust. Because if in the past you have promised people and you fail to keep up the promise, it becomes an issue. But if over the time, okay, maybe you say, okay, we are sorry, this did not happen. Can we redeem and begin to do things right? I think that's the point in which we begin to trust, begin to gain people's confidence.
So even when you falter in public relations, you can still redeem?
Yes.
It's allowed?
Yes, it's allowed. It's allowed. Then that means in your redemption, you have to be consistent. You have to be seen to be doing the right thing. There is no secrecy about it. And you have to constantly engage and communicate. So it's allowed, yes.
Okay, so in your field, we know we are in the age of technology, social media, AI is the order of the day as we speak. What is the future of public relations in this era of AI? Okay,
the future of public relations is very bright. Now you have a friend in AI. Like I tell people, and if I have opportunity to speak, AI is your companion. It's not competing with you. It's not going to take your job because AI does not have the human thinking. It does not understand the cultural nuances. It does not understand the ethical value. It does not understand the fact that there are people who may not be up to certain requirement or standard in relationship. Yes, AI will increase speed. AI will help you to create content better. AI will help you to do research more easily. Do you understand? But AI will not do certain things, including human flavor. And when you talk about relationship, you cannot take human out of it.
So as we prepare for 2027 elections now, do you think that political parties paying attention to public relations and their image will be a factor in their success for 2027 elections?
It will. It will. And I tell you that a government or politician that intentionally engage public relations to manage their image, to sustain their communication, will do better. And that is why we have today a lot of information coming in. many of them are not they are just perception. They are not in
Okay, some are not true.
reality. Yeah,
Some are
some
not
are
true.
not true. But when you have a communication manager, a PR professional, who is managing all of those things for you, you surely will be better. So what I'll just tell our politician is that you cannot joke with your communication and your reputation as you go into the election, regardless of every other thing you plan to do. Because at the end of the day, perception matters a lot.
So in engaging some of these professionals that will manage their image, their reputation, their communication, does it come at some fortune?
Sure, we are professionals. So, I mean, if you need my service, there are some things that will come into it. It's not going to be free now, if I understand what you mean. So, yes, as a professional, there's a consultation fee that comes into all of this. And of course, like every other thing, you print posters and what have you, it comes at a cost. So, I mean, those are some of the things that will happen. But I also believe that it will worth the value spent for me.
All right. So before we let you go this morning, we read a particular story before you came in, wherein the EFCC confiscated the property of the former Minister of Justice in Nigeria. And in my mind, I'm like, why do people see the opportunity to serve as an opportunity for them to enrich themselves? Is it that they are not conscious of their reputation, like rightly pointed out, and the negative impact of what that will have on their image and their families at the end of the day?
I think some of them just feel that they can get away with it. Because a lot of people think that, hey, you can get away with anything. They probably will not imagine there will be a day of reckoning like we have currently. And some of them think that they can always cover things up. You know, yes, because at the end of the day, just like you rightly said, it's a reputation issue. Because whenever this name is mentioned, there are some kind of feeling, there's kind of giggling, there's a kind of understanding that comes to people. Oh, this is a guy that had opportunity to serve and embezzle. It may just be a shame that an individual may take to his or her grave. In addition to the name that is being...
And that name is the reputation.
Your name is your identity. Your name is you. Your name is your reputation.
It's your brand.
It's your brand. Your name is whom, when it is mentioned, what resonates with people. If your name is mentioned, what readily comes to mind? What do people say about you? What people think about you? And this is a collection of what we do daily, what we do intentionally, what we do, you know, sometimes even carelessly. Everything accumulates to the reputation we build over time. So it's important an individual is very conscious of that.
All right, I think this is a fine place for us to end this conversation this morning. From publicity to strategy, redefining public relations for the future. And my guest had said that image and perception is everything. We must pay attention to it. Whether you are black or blue, whether you are tall or short, your reputation matters a lot, because on your own, you are a brand, and we must pay detailed attention to our reputation inside and outside. We must thank you very much, Eniola Mayowa, Vice Chairman, NIPR Lagos State Chapter, for finding time to be on the conversation this morning.
It's a pleasure having me. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll take a very short break. When we come back, Adebimpe and Joy are already standing by to take you through their own conversation this morning. Do stay with us.